Here's a team that surprised. They're in first place, 18-14. They beat, in a rain-delayed game last night, beat the Dodgers. Awesome catch by Nate McLouth. I don't know if you guys had a chance to see it or not. Most people were probably sleeping at the time. I was. But awesome catch in the corner. But that's beside the point. The point is they're getting healthy finally. Doug Fister will be making his Nationals regular season debut later this week in Oakland. Wilson Ramos is on the mend. He's making some rehab starts and may return as soon as tomorrow to catch Steven Strasburg. The question here is a tiebreaker, and I'll start with you, Dan. Which one of these players is more important to sort of the Nationals' continued success in their return quickly, Ramos or Fister?
You know, I think the natural inclination would be to take the position player over a pitcher, especially a back-of-the-rotation pitcher. But I'm actually going to go with Fister here. He was certainly one of their most celebrated offseason acquisitions. I think Ramos, at this point, you don't know how long you're going to be able to count on him. He could come back and be gone within a week. And I hate to say that, but he just seems to have that bug where he can't stay in the lineup. So, you know, I think that they can make do without him, but I think that Fister solidifies that back of the rotation and really gives them what we thought they were going to have at the beginning of the year, which is 4 top-end starters, at least 4 top-end starters in a 5-man rotation. I mean, I think this team goes as far as its pitching rotation takes them, and I think Fister makes the rotation a lot better. So I'll say Fister.
You have Fister. Who do you have, Brandon? Ramos or Fister?
I got to go Ramos. With Bryce Harper being out, Zimmerman being out, I feel like offensively they need kind of that spark back, and he's shown that he can be a dependable bat. Even though they're still scoring runs, they've been stranding a lot of runners on base, but I mean, we know the power that he has. It seems like, at least in the minor leagues in his rehab, he's been hitting.
He's hit a couple homers,
too.
Yeah.
So I think that'll. I mean, they're still hanging on as a team, but I think he can, give them what they need in the interim with those other guys injured, and then also when everybody's back to be that spark.
All right, break the tie, Keith.
I'm gonna go Ramos, and I think part of the reason is because when the pitcher is coming back from an injury, like a lat strain, usually that first start back is a shaky start. So it may be 7 to 10 days before you really see any impact from Doug Fister, and by that time, Ramos should shake out the kinks and start hitting for the Nationals. And like Brandon mentioned, they need the bats in the lineup.
And remember, he was the number 4 hitter on opening day before he got hurt. I mean, right in the middle of the lineup. Yeah. And the 2 replacements for him, Lobaton and Leon, batted a combined .216 in his place. So you'd have to expect that to improve with Ramos back. I would have to agree with you guys. Dan, you're on an island on this one. Sorry.
Fister, too, though, has been remarkably healthy in his career. And so this has really kind of come out of left field or the bullpen or somewhere for this injury. But, I mean, you got to expect that once he's in there, he's going to be the horse that they expected him to be.
Yeah, and not, we didn't even mention Scott Harrison, another role player who's coming off the bench who can help platoon in left field with Nate McLouth. And, of course, Zimmerman still, having that broken thumb heel, that's a few weeks off still. But, I mean, the fact that this team's in first place through all those injuries has got to mean good things for the rest of the season.
Not just in first place, but they're on pace for like 91 or 92 wins, something like that. I mean, they're playing good winning baseball right now. Doesn't always look that way.
Things will look it up. It's not just in the Wizards. How about that? Look, and we finished 10 seconds before we had to with that segment.